Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are investigating a truly fascinating satellite discovery that has completely captured the attention of researchers and internet sleuths alike. Okay, let's dive into this and break down exactly what was found out there in the ice and the wild theory behind it.
I want you to think about this for a second. What is actually hiding beneath the ice? Antarctica is Earth's most hostile, remote, and honestly unexplored environment. For basically all of human history, it's just been this massive, freezing blind spot. But recently, with the advent of modern, high-definition satellite imagery, well, the ice is finally being scrutinized. And as an informed learner, you really have to wonder what secrets might be concealed in a place where literally nobody can easily go to check.
Section 1. The Discovery and Scanning the South Pole. So, back in October of 2020, a sharp-eyed investigator was just scanning through satellite images of the Antarctic surface, and they found a site that absolutely stopped author Brad Olson in his digital tracks.
Now, before we jump into any theories, we really need to understand exactly what was in this image. So the crucial point is, the anomaly appears to be metallic. That's the first thing. Second, it isn't just sitting neatly on top of the surface, it's actually half covered in ice. Third, when you zoom in, it reveals this distinct raised disc shape. And finally, and perhaps most importantly for proving it's an actual three-dimensional physical structure, it is actively casting a shadow onto the surrounding ice. When you isolate these visual clues, the suspense really starts to build.
Moving into Section 2, Brad Olson's theory and emerging from the ice. Okay, so we have the physical clues. What does author Brad Olson actually believe this metallic-looking object is?
Well, the core of Olson's bold theory really comes down to a specific time frame. We're talking thousands of years ago. He proposes that this anomaly isn't just some piece of recent debris. No, he suggests it's an ancient alien spacecraft that was left in Antarctica millennia ago. And the reason we are only just seeing it right now, the environment is changing. As the ice melts, this ancient craft has slowly emerged from where it was hidden, leaving it suddenly exposed to modern satellite imagery.
Now, if you're looking at this logically, one big question should immediately pop into your head. What alien would park their ride in such a hostile place? It's completely valid to be skeptical here. I mean, why would advanced visitors choose the absolute most freezing, desolate, unforgiving continent on the entire planet to land or leave a ship? To really understand the theory, we have to pivot the narrative and look at the rationale behind choosing Antarctica in the first place.
Section 3. The Martian Connection and a Question of Environment. Let's move to and see how this builds, exploring how this theory attempts to justify such a bizarre location.
And this brilliantly illustrates Olson's rationale. When you take the freezing isolated landscapes of Earth's coldest continent and compare them side by side with Mars, a really distinct parallel emerges. According to Olson, the highly sterile nature of Antarctica actually mimics the incredibly harsh conditions of the Red Planet.
To put a really fine point on it, here are Brad Olson's exact words regarding this hypothesis. If I were a Martian and I wanted to choose a place on Earth to live, Antarctica, it would be the closest thing to home I could find. So to a hypothetical Martian, the extreme hostility of the South Pole wouldn't be a deterrent at all. It would actually be a comfort.
Which leaves us with one final, incredibly provocative question. Look, whether you believe the anomaly is an ancient metallic spacecraft, or maybe just a really bizarre natural formation of ice and rock casting a strange shadow, the changing landscape is undeniable. So, as the ice continues to melt, what else will emerge? Keep analyzing the data, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next explainer.